This is how it is. 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 Today on Pop Culture Minefield. This is how it is. Today. This is how it is. Today on Pop Culture Minefield.
What?
This is how it is. This is how it is. Today on Pop Culture Minefield.
Hey, Shell,
Man.
I'm sorry.
that's a
You
jaunty
guys
little
really
tune.
miss out on something. You don't see Gary while the intro plays, but he's bouncing in his seat. It's so funny.
I'm sorry.
I just like that too. It's so jaunty. It's so jaunty. It gets me grooving in my seat. I'm doing the MC Hammer in my seat.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Hey,
your
don't
camera-
follow.
Oh, hail, Lord Thoth.
Your camera isn't following
Tim
you
is
anymore.
here. What's that?
Yet your camera is set to where it always keeps you in the center. It doesn't do that anymore. I guess your camera got sick of your bouncing and moving around. It's like, fuck that. I'll stay center.
No, I just turned that feature off because it was annoying.
Mm.
I'm going to turn my camera off because it's saying I got 1 dot for bandwidth.
Yeah, it was pixelated a little
I
bit.
don't want to mess with. But anyway, as I was saying, Lord Thoth is here. All hail, Lord Thoth. Tim is here. Greetings, Tim. See who else is here. That is it. That and StreamYard.
Tim has a
seems to
day
be here.
off. That's awesome. How do you get a day off in the middle of the week?
So
That's perfect.
Well, you can get yourself fired and you have your free day.
No,
in the
I mean,
middle of the week.
I'm in a job now where we could choose our day off between Monday and Friday. But this is the first time I've encountered this. And I picked Monday and I was like, yeah, they're going to say no for sure because everybody wants Monday or Friday to have a long weekend. But they were like, yeah, sure. Nobody wants Monday anyway. I'm like,
Right.
okay. That was weird.
So we are here to talk about some Popeye today because it's a great film. It is a great film. It's not a perfect film by any measure, but Robert Altman really knew how to make a film. And he was looking for something at the time and he couldn't figure out what to do. And he kind of was wanting to do a musical. He was in the mood for doing a musical. And several things got thrown at him, but it was when he saw Popeye that he said, that's the one I want. And he wanted to make this film, of course, Robert Altman film is always going to be different. And he was looking for the perfect person to do the music. And people were looking for actual known people for doing musical music. And he instead turned to Harry Nilsson, who is most famous for the song Everybody's Talking at Me, which was for the movie Midnight Cowboy with Dustin Hoffman and I just forgot his name, John Voight. It was X-rated, which was different back then because X-rated didn't mean porn. X-rated was death for a movie, mind you. R was what they wanted, but X is what they got. Porn is triple X. So,
What's X then?
and
Violence?
MPA. X means sexual situations or extreme violence, like the film shot in Wales. I just forgot the name of it. Dustin Hoffman film. Sam Peckinpah directed it. Oh my God. Let me just look it up. Sam Peckinpah. You know, I'm 1 degree of separation from Sam Peckinpah because I'm friends with Katie Haber, who was his
You and your crazy
assistant
relations.
productionist. Yeah, it's about 10 years ago, somebody told me, you know, you can play 6 degrees of separation with Gary. Because if you think of a movie actor, you can get to that actor within 6 connections with me because of who I've worked with. So, I grew up watching this movie. Yeah, you know, it came out when a lot of people were young. I was how old was I when this? 16. I was 16 when this came out. And I just, my dad took me to it, and I just fucking love this movie so much. And but the film I'm trying to think of, the dog's in its name. What was the name of that movie? Come on, Google. Straw Dogs. Straw
I
Dogs.
haven't even heard of that. And we have a new person, I
And
think.
they fought to keep from getting an X rating. It was a very and Blade Runner. Oh my God, the first cut of that film, what would be considered the director's cut, got an X. So what they ended up doing was diminishing 2 scenes, and the scene where Roy Batty gouges out Tyrell's eyes, they filtered the scene red, so you can't see the blood.
Gouging out eyes always seems
They're-
to trigger people who rate movies.
Well, the MPAA would turn right around only a handful of years later and absolutely consider that an R movie because through the 80s, thanks to 80s horror, they had to temper how they rated things because everything was coming out would normally be an X. The horror that came out in the 80s would normally have an X if they continued doing what they were doing. And now it hurt Hollywood. And so this is where you can tell that because they're very secretive about who does the ratings or how they do their ratings. But they changed during the 80s.
They had to because
And part of that
they
was
showed
also
so much more violence and cruel stuff on the news and shit. So people got desensitized. They had to change the ratings. People got used to seeing stuff.
Yes, where the island where they built that village, and that took up, I think, close to 60% of the budget, which is why, in the end, that octopus scene is such a letdown, and it's reminiscent of that scene. Hold on, let me see if I can find it, and then you can share it, Martin. The scene from Ed Wood, where Bela Lugosi has to wrestle with an octopus that doesn't work because they forgot the pneumatic tubes. So I don't know if you guys ever saw Ed Wood.
No. It's on the list.
No, I don't.
Man. That list.
Fine.
I'm not talking to you guys. I was talking to the audience. But
Probably
yeah,
wonder
you
about
guys
my
should see
cinema
that.
movie.
You and Anima. What? What's that
I don't
fucking
know.
noise?
I don't know.
What?
You know what? It's,
There's a reason it won 2 Oscars, at least 2. Best supporting actor.
dude. Worst thing is, I even have the freaking movie,
What?
and I haven't seen it yet, dude. I have my to watch list is getting bigger every day instead of shorter.
Oh, join the club, Martin. Stop whining.
I don't know what's going on here. It won't search for me.
Hey, Slasher Fred's in the house.
Hey, buddy.
Who is Maria W? I don't think I've seen that name before.
No, it's just a new viewer, or at least it's the
Welcome
first
to the
time seeing.
chaos.
And we have our beloved Penny.
Hi, Penny. I
Hope you're having a
see.
great week.
Is that Storms? Oh, you just finished
Twister.
watching Twisters?
She likes her movies.
I saw it last Saturday. Yes, it was Saturday. I liked it. I enjoy it. Still like the first one better. Has more action.
All right, copy
Yes.
video URL.
And she's confirming it's a new viewer that just found us.
Yay!
Well, I hope you
Here
like
you go,
what
Martin.
we're doing, Maria.
Here you go, Martin. I got you the time signature of where the clip starts with actor Martin Landau playing Bela Lugosi, having to get down in this fucking muddy pond to wrestle around with a non-functioning octopus. He's got to move it himself with his hands, and that's what the octopus was like in this film. So if you want to show that clip,
Yes, I'm on it. Share screen.
Maria, it's very nice to meet you. This is a channel where we like to talk about movies. Very
serious.
fond of film. I'm a cinephile. And I'm introducing Anima to more and more films all the time. She will be watching Ed Wood now that she has made that sound, that sneer that
Oh,
she did.
dude, you also
That-
said I'm going to watch Alien with you before Saturday. We'll see about that. I
Can't
think
you
I might be
believe
getting
this?
off of that.
And hey, if you don't mind, Maria, where did you find us? Answer to that is in the garbage.
Okay, here we go.
It just play for a few seconds.
Rolling. Sound? And we don't have sound. Oh. And action.
Let me watch first. Oh my god.
That's some serious overacting there.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
And cut.
There you go.
Poor Bella. Oh my god.
Ed Wood put him through some stuff, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's what ended up weakening him and causing him to die doing that fucking movie.
Yes,
But,
Tim, I know, and I'm
I
working
know.
on it.
I've
and
been saying that. We need a clip for
I'm
Penny
still
to say.
I'm still looking for it.
Well, we do kind of have a clip in this film. It's the tax scene, and he refers to it as red scent. So we could turn that
Well,
into pennies.
if you clip that, because Penny is like a mom to all of us, or most of us, you could also do the mother scene as her clip.
Yeah. By the way, yes, it's true. Bill Paxton's son is in the film. So I find it interesting that the sons of 2 actors who died way too young, close together. John Ritter and Bill Paxton have kids now that are legit actors. So, but we owe a video. I guess I'll play it. Where's it at? Is it even in here?
I don't know.
Well, it's important to know that.
Well,
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me No, now go away or I shall taunt you a second time.
oh, that video.
That's the one.
I said we owed a video because Tim's here. So let's see. So we got all of our clips and everything ready for the show. I'm tired. I'm worn out from this freaking COVID. But I'm gonna make it through the show. Don't you guys worry about that.
I'm glad you're over it.
Not. I still have it. It's
yeah,
just
but compared to
the
Saturday,
medication. I took Paxlovid, and I got to tell you, man. By the fourth day, I woke up and I was barely feeling symptoms. So
I saw you on
ye
Saturday.
are the
and I
Lord's
saw you on
who
Sunday,
said
and wait.
knee.
Knee.
So, but anyway, I am here, and I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to let this virus kick my ass. We did miss a few shows.
What
I-
word?
We're not demonetized.
Yet.
Yeah, they can't demonetize for that anymore.
Oh no.
What they'll do is they'll drop me down to deserving of only certain kind of advertisers because of my language. Because I dropped
And
the
they keep
F-bombs.
doing that anyway. Oh yeah, not just you.
Look,
I miss
man,
D-Bud, by the way.
a
D-Bud used
veteran.
to call me out on my F-bombs.
For this? No. For that word?
No, they won't. No, and you can even type it.
Yeah,
YouTube stopped doing it.
they had to.
So-
It was getting ridiculous. The whole world is kind of over it at this point. So stop.
What?
saying it.
Oh, this is so nice. This is a very dear friend of mine. Okay.
Oh, Robert Manuel Dominguez Peralta.
Yes, I love
That's a
that
nice
guy.
name.
Oh my God, Tim, stop it.
Tim,
What did Tim
do
do?
you have chat asthma, Tim? You need
Put him in a
inhaler?
timeout.
Yeah, Tim, behave. Come on. Don't overdo
Okay.
it.
Oh my God, I can use it now.
It's like I don't mind if he does it. I think it's funny. He's
Yeah, but-
testing his limits, testing his
Well,
boundaries.
remember, Bush got chat asthma where he was allowed like 5 letters or something. You don't want to trigger that, so just maybe not do it.
So, but anyway, I'm grateful to this Paxlovid stuff, man. Kicked its butt, and I was feeling better on Sunday. I like that they do the Adolf Zucker opening animation of how the early Popeye cartoons started, and that is actually the original actor doing the voice. This was the last time he got to do the voice before he passed away for this movie. Robert Evans is a name to never forget. You'll hear me talk about him a lot on this channel.
Oh, yes.
Robert Altman got to work with him for this film, and Evans is that guy that they kept trying to fire him in Hollywood, but he kept making hits. That's why I make fun of Kathleen Kennedy, because she'd have been gone a week after the first tanking of a film back in old Hollywood, but not in this current fucking political climate. They just really ridiculous. So the film opens with this mysterious figure rowing into this sweet little town, Sweet Haven. Sweet Haven was the single most expensive part of this film.
Because they built
Between
the whole
60 and
thing.
70% of the budget went into the building of this village.
And I couldn't believe it because you see the first like total of the village, and I'm saying to Gary, that's a miniature, right? And he was saying, no, they built it. It blew my
They
mind.
built that whole town, and it's amazing because they built interiors too, because they had
Yeah.
to shoot there on location. Um, they shot this in Malta. There was a small island in Malta where it was shot, and of course now it's daytime, and we see the guy rowing in. Now I will tell you that the scenes where he's got the long coat on, there was a very clever edit in here because they didn't have the arms ready yet for Robin Williams, so they gave him a long coat to wear on the boat, and then they cleverly shot once they got the arms a transitional scene where he takes that coat off and you see his arms and then he puts on the other long coat to explain all the shots with the long coats. Now that guy, I forget his name offhand. Let me find him. He was later, not much later, is the guy that does the funky, weird body movement dance in Footloose with Kevin Bacon at the end of the film. That was him. He was a contortionist, and he's best known for his stage work at the time. It wasn't until he was in The Grinch Who Stole Christmas with Jim Carrey that he began to get actual acting jobs on a regular basis on TV and film. This is the transitional scene that they
Wow.
shot later with the forearms, and they do a great close-up, and then they puts on the pea coat. And so all the actual scenes where you see him wearing the pea coat and the long raincoat, and here's the tax man. I just feel
I
like
love
hearing
that
George
scene.
Harrison's song. Now, a lot of people who love the movie The Thing will recognize that as Gary. He's actually a Welsh actor who he came to America, and so he's only played American roles, but occasionally you can hear his accent.
Dude,
And
I
that's
had
Donald Moffat is his name.
I have to share this. Tim just sent me a picture of the village.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Yeah,
look at
Malta is
that.
beautiful. Two of my siblings
Amen.
went there with their school for English. Like, we
Yeah,
have this
zoom in.
English weeks, and they went to Malta for a week, and they said it's heaven. So
So they kept the place and kept it up.
Yes, you can see modern things built around the set.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
God.
That's amazing. Because these were actual buildings. These weren't just props. They had interiors and everything. That's
well,
amazing, dude, that this still
Malta
exists.
Malta is super small, and they live off of tourism. So of course, they would keep a gem like that and make it a tourist site. That's clever. And it's also nice to keep it because it looks gorgeous.
Holy moly. Thank you,
He was
Tim.
he was born in
Yeah, thank you
Plymouth.
too.
He was born in Plymouth, Moffat. He died in Sleepy Hollow, New York, back in 2018. But no, he was born in Plymouth, Devon, England. Yeah, we have a clip for this if you want to play it. The taxi.
Yes. You see it?
Just
Well,
Popeye.
He
just
has the pipe in his mouth, and he also has to like do the thing with his face where he's squinting on the left eye, or the eye where he has the pipe in his mouth. So
A pipe he just picked up from the floor.
it was his before he lost it, and he found it again.
No.
But
He said
it was
it looks
heavily
like my
activated,
old
yeah.
pipe.
Doesn't matter. He's happy to have a pipe again. He's a sailor. He's simple. Do you think they had a shower on these dinghies? Don't be naive, Martin. They
Yeah,
were
but he's put it
dirty.
in his mouth.
So They had good
Now-
immune
Cholera,
systems.
maybe.
Now, I will point this out that a majority of the dialogue from Popeye had to be redubbed in ADR because it was just you couldn't understand what he was saying on set. So I thought that was neat. And once again, here it is, Robin Williams' first starring role in a movie. The set of the small town of Sweet Haven was built at Anchor Bay in the Mediterranean island of Malta. Many of the citizens of Sweet Haven, especially those who had to do some physical gags, were recruited from European circuses. During production, producer Robert Evans was arrested for trying to buy cocaine, and I remember when that happened.
Oh.
I made national news. In a print interview released around the same time as the film, Shelley Duvall admitted that children used to call her olive oil when she was in grade school. So I think this is very cathartic for her, especially because she had just wrapped on that torturous shoot for The Shining. Because man, and Nicholson would never work with Kubrick again, and said he wouldn't because too many retakes. It was driving him up a wall. He eventually got an accent and did that scene for tearing down the bathroom because that was ad-libbed completely in the film. I'm lying. It's not true. Shelley Duvall said that making this film was a pure joy, especially after the intense stress that she suffered and experienced working with Stanley Kubrick. But she had come forward later saying that a lot of things people were saying about what happened to her on that set was overly stated and exaggerated, that she and Kubrick stayed friendly until the end. And her husband said that it was absurd to say that all of her mental problems as the years went by were from that one film. And that's bullshit.
They just needed a
So-
culprit. And it's so easy.
Well, a
to
lot of
point
people
back to
do.
him.
They always want to have somebody to point. There he is, the Undertaker. Great actor right there.
Yeah, I mean, he may not be obviously the root cause of all of her illnesses, but he
Well,
certainly
he
didn't
stressed her
help.
out. Yeah, he stressed her out on that set. There's no question about it. She was losing hair, for God's sakes. Just pulling hair right out of her head, just falling out.
Wow.
And from all the stress and anxiety. Williams did so good on this. And I don't know. I remember back in the day that he used an adhesive to help keep his eye closed. But I have not found anything about that. Yeah, and I brought this up when we watched it, that the baby is actually Robert Altman's grandson.
Such a handsome
Oh.
baby. So cute.
Just adorable.
And Robin Williams with his haircut like this, and probably squinting his face like that. He reminded me of John all the time. Our John, das Wolfen, with the short hair. I don't know. Maybe
Hmm.
that's just me. He looks a bit like him.
Man, I know this gets said everywhere, every time, and about any movie, but I cannot envision anyone else but Robin Williams doing this.
You're
role.
right. He's perfect. And even the scenes where they overdo it, like they keep spinning, like in a comic. It's not annoying. It's just fun because they're obviously doing a comic as a live action movie. It works. It totally works, even as a musical.
I
Now, when he
wouldn't
was
call it a
asked
guilty
later,
pleasure.
Robin Williams asked how he felt about this film. And despite all the nice things he had to say, the one thing he said he regretted was the way he did the voice. He said it sounded like a killer whale farting in the wind.
What?
Okay. I've never heard
I'm
that.
like,
So
I like how it sounds.
Oh wait, no, it was a killer whale farting in a wind tunnel. That was it.
We just had a suggestion by Tim for a Wednesday show.
Look, I
brilliant.
would watch any of that guy's films. I love Christopher Guest. Big fan of his work. Waiting for Guffman is such a fun movie. Look, that guy. I mean, he's part of the powerhouse behind Spinal Tap. You know, and he would get the same cast and crew together and make other films, and they would do some of the cast, and they would make other films, and they did. What was the musical one that they did with their like folk bands? That was great.
Spinal Tap.
No, the folk band.
Oh, no, don't get any.
I'll look it up real quick. And by the way, he's actual English blue blood. Christopher Guest. I think he's brilliant. He was the six-fingered man in Princess Bride. Best in Show about the dogs. That was a great one. Waiting for Guffman. Brilliant. A Mighty Wind. That was the one I was talking about with the folk bands.
I wrote both of them
Just
down.
really good stuff.
So if it comes up, like, do we have suggestions? I will have them.
The one I didn't enjoy so much was For Your Consideration. I mean, I enjoyed it. Mascots, it was okay. We keep hearing about Spinal Tap too. We'll see. And he has a great cameo in Little Shop of Horrors as a reporter. As a reporter? Yeah, as a reporter. I like the
Oh, I'm
song
with-
Olive Oil sings.
Yeah.
You know what?
Oh, yeah.
All she has to
He's
say about this is
large.
he's large.
Yeah. She's
hilarious.
trying. No, I'm fine, dude. I'm happy with my life. I'm the future. I'm all the time making her bags to get out of town.
By the way, we skipped this pronunciation. This is, of course, where he meets Wimpy. Wimpy was one of my favorite characters in the cartoon. I will gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. And of course, that's the brilliant actor Paul Dooley playing him. And the movie I was trying to think of earlier that he was in, he played the father of the main character in Breaking Away. It is a Oscar film, independent film, and very well done. Product placement with Heinz.
What? Oh, Heinz, yeah.
Heinz. Yeah, I know you're Austrian. Heinz. Here in America, we just say Heinz. It's all gentle.
Yeah.
Soft C's.
You Americanize everything to the point where it's unrecognizable, but I'm getting used to it. It's been
Well, it's
too
like how people pronounce my name. I have 2 S's and 2 L's in my last name, which makes the E soft. So it's not Kissel. That's with 1 L. It's Kissel.
well,
And
of
somebody
your
would go,
friends.
actually, your German name would be Keisel.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yes,
No, it
Yeah. I
don't
would
wanna be
not.
called-
No,
you
no,
are
no, no.
Keisel.
No, there's a letter missing. You need an E after the I. That makes you Kiesel. But just
well, that's
the
where
I.
my
Oh.
name comes from. My name
Yeah, but-
would be pronounced, the original name is Keisel.
Kiesel, if. Without the E, I'm telling you.
There is an E in there in the original spelling.
Yeah, so it's Kiesel.
Shut up.
There wouldn't be
Yeah.
an EI and a double.
By the
E.
way,
It wouldn't
that
be
is
like that in
Dennis
German.
Franz in that role right there. I want to show that again. Dennis Franz. He'd been in movies all the way back into the 60s, man. He did a film in the 60s and then he went into the Marine Corps and served in Vietnam. And then he came back and started up acting again. And he plays the main bully in this scene. That's him laughing in the back there. He's the loudmouth leader of
They're
the
so
group.
mean.
I love Dennis Franz, man. Great actor. He was the first naked butt on television.
Of course you would know about
Yay.
that. Ladies and gentlemen, Backdoor Gary.
NYPD Blue. There he is, that contortionist actor. I love that guy. He was Linda Who, or is that her name, Linda Who, in Whoville? The daughter, the little girl, or is it Mary Sue Who?
I don't know.
I'm hoping Martin will ring in too, because I'm sure he's seen The Grinch.
Nope. Ah,
That's
I
finally
don't-
the panel.
I'm not a fan of
I'm
Dr.
surrounded
Seuss.
by heathens.
I'm not a fan of Dr. Seuss. Never have been.
Dear guys
A
in chat,
movie.
please rescue Gary. Help us out here. Some of you must
Not
know.
Gary. Herr Kissel. Herr Kissel.
Only his military friends say Kissel. Don really enjoys calling him that. His
Also,
German voice.
Josh Becker always jokingly referred to me as Herr Kissel.
That's right, Snorty.
Okay, Cam.
Okay, Cam. Cindy Lou Who, thank you, Cam.
No,
Fucking
that's Maria.
heathens.
At least give credit to the right people.
I just saw Cam's name.
No,
Yeah.
that's Maria telling you that.
No,
Cam
well,
is
Cam
right
can say-
there.
They both
Oh, he
said.
said it
They
too.
both.
Well, that's fine, but
took it-
that's the one that was on screen. Don't yell at me
Oh.
when I fucking said the name of the person that was on
Blame
screen.
Matinee. He took it down before I could finish reading
What
it.
the
He took it down and pulled up the
yeah.
short one with a name. So I
To
thought,
the audience,
whatever.
you cannot see me, but I am blinking twice. So help me.
Blink twice if you need help.
I'm beyond help. I'm streaming that late. I'm lost. I'm crazy. I need to get my head checked.
God, this movie is so enjoyable.
I have never seen this one.
Orton Hears a Who.
I
Oh,
saw this one
Here's
in,
a Who.
Never watched.
I watched it in cinemas.
We learned in that film to not be fooled again.
Oh my god. Musical puns, eh?
Yeah. Half pun.
Well, chores are not fun, but with us goofing around in the background, maybe not so bad.
They have and they have some great gags in here. That he does the famous boxing thing with the guy. He starts to collapse and he goes down. No, and he picks him back up, punching him. It's funny.
I like when he winds up his fist like he does in the comics before punching someone.
Yeah, I think I have that clip. Yes, I do. It's at fight night when he has to fight the big kid.
Yeah.
She's in a bird cage. I love that.
Well, she knows why.
Well, it's also to keep from
The
being
fight.
hit by flying objects.
What was the movie that we did where he's the bouncer and in that bar, everything the band is behind a cage?
That's
Damn it.
that. Those are roadhouses.
Roadhouse.
Roadhouse bars tended to have cages because beer bottles get thrown and mugs. I love that hammock. He's got a bed and he puts a hammock above the bed.
He's a sailor. He's way more comfortable in that.
And this, of course, is where we see the scene where she sings that song. He's large.
Hey, also about the bed, remember, when she shows him the room, she's stumbling around trashing everything. So he probably didn't trust the bed to begin with. His hammock
Yeah.
is safer.
Well, I want to point out that everything she has to say about Bluto in this is just his size.
And the money.
She can't comment on anything else other than he's powerful, he's rich, and he's large, and he's tall.
Yeah, tall and large are outstanding about him. And then, I mean, you see him and, oh, of course.
That's a
And then
film
his
she
boring
needs to see
voice.
right there, Tim.
Are
She
you
needs to see that
kidding me?
movie.
Are you fucking kidding me?
That
I
is a
told you.
classic.
I told you we played the Blues Brothers with band at school. I've seen this movie like probably 5 times.
Bluto's ugly, all right.
Oh my god, no. You're killing me today, guys.
Sometimes he says stuff, and I'm like, am I even talking to you? Am I telling you stuff? I told you this before. What? And I'm tired.
Yeah, I
too,
would I
because-
would make that joke myself, Tim, later when I was older. When I was 16, I my brain wasn't there yet.
Oh, your brain was there when you were 9.
No,
You're
I
a
didn't have a
monkey.
dirty sense of humor until I was older.
Oh, you were dirty though. You were a monkey.
Well, I would say things like I told you when I was 13 that one kid was just being a complete dipshit. I said, "What a dildo!" Upperclassman, you don't even know what that means. I said, "Sure, I do. It's that guy." And then later, I asked Jim, "Was it like what is a dildo?" I don't know. He didn't know, so we had to go look it up. And I remember being freaked out by that. Like, why does that exist? Why is that a thing? Like, it was freaking out my 13-year-old mind that a rubber penis made no sense. Like, why would that exist? Who needs that?
Well, I
Bizarre.
think there's a story that you've told on the stream at least once about such an object and your encounter with it.
No, please don't.
It just came to my mind. Good thing he got distracted.
Is the cat threatening you?
Maybe.
No, there's movement to my left. So it's strong. It's strong. Oh my god, it's strong. And he comes in, he just pulls the door right off, and then sets it against that guy, and he falls.
I don't think he's even aware of how strong he is.
Bluto is
Like-
just this powerful, big guy.
And loud. He calls for Olive later, and everything just echoes in that village. Even worse than with the curfew.
If anything, that I have to say about this film is it's perfect casting. Every single actor is perfect in their part. There's nobody
They
miscast.
really are.
And now I'm going to play this clip because I love this moment when he comes into the party and he picks up her mother.
Captain Bluto.
Mother.
That's the clip that we could use for Penny because she's such a mom figure for a lot of us.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe the one with the Corgan saying, "Mom."
Oh yeah, that one would work too. There we
And
go,
she's
love
still going on.
it. Well, they switch between the scenes, between downstairs and upstairs. And he's plucking the petals off the flower, doing the "she loves me, she doesn't love me" thing. And the audience just gets so anxious whenever he reaches her "she doesn't love me" pedal. Like, this can't go wrong. This must not go wrong because he owns all of them.
And here's the basket.
Yep.
I tend to not open Messenger because it messes up the show, but I'll see what's
And
going
people
on
should
here.
know by now. We should probably establish it that if people want to send us stuff while we do a show, better send it to Matinee or me because we have better internet
It's probably better because I can't play stuff.
and we can. So
Yeah, I know the one you're talking about, Tim. I see it now. South Park dildo.
Yeah, keep sending that together, please.
Eddie sent the octopus clip from the original movie, Plan 9 from Outer Space, or not? No, the monster needs the monster, the Bride of the Monster. That was it. I didn't have to watch them. I knew what they were.
Yeah, well, like I said, send it to Matinee or to me, and we can show it.
I love it
Works
when
better for all.
she's, what kind of name is Popeye? And he goes, what kind of name is olive oil? It sounds like not a condiment, a lubricant,
Yeah.
a lubricant, or however he mispronounced it.
See, his way of mispronouncing stuff is cute, Gary. Just saying. And he doesn't even question it. He just picks up her stuff and starts walking with her. He knows it's her engagement party going on and she's going somewhere else, but he doesn't question it. He just stays by her side and helps her like the gentleman he is. It's really cute.
Always trying to tax people.
Oh, for everything.
For everything.
Except the oils. They are not being taxed because of Blue Dawn
Well.
Olive. Not yet.
Yeah, that little tiny glass or cup. in his
He
hand.
drinks it all in one and then he starts eating it when he gets angry and he's chewing fucking glass.
I'm sure
It
it's
freaks
candy glass.
everybody out. Yeah, I know, but it freaks everybody out because that's how mad he gets. And everybody's
Man,
like,
don't
please
mess
don't
with
hit
him.
me, please don't hit me.
That's the Beast Robin.
Yeah. I have to admit his growling threw me off a little bit, but I just had to remind myself, this is a comic. This is a comic.
Yeah, it's based on the
real, but it's a
cartoon and the comic both. Because Sweet Haven's really from the original comic strip, but the characters, the way they're portrayed, are from the original cartoon. Like, where is she? And I love this scene between the two of them just talking. And the lady
So
sneaks up
innocent.
behind him and replaces the basket with the one with sweet pea in it. And I don't think we ever find out who she is.
Nope.
Nor should
It's
we.
not important. It's not important. She's a baby who needs a place. And those two are the perfect family.
Yeah, but when they start walking again, she goes, wait a minute. What'd you do to my basket? That's not my basket. My basket was clean and nice. That one's
Yeah,
filled.
but he's a dude. He wouldn't recognize that it's a different basket. Men don't, they don't see that. That's so cute.
Talk about big signal.
She did kiss him.
Oh God, this scene.
Yeah, they're racist. The fuck?
Yeah. I had a lot of what the fuck moments watching this. Also because I'm not used to comics, but this was fun.
I love the boats in this film too.
And there is Olive's brother still trying to get money.
Of course.
Hey!
Hey, D-Bud. Here's our
Busiest
wrench of
ranch.
the wrench.
I wasn't finished reading, but okay. Okay, now I can put it back up. All right.
Martine is too fast with the comments.
It's fun. Free. Okay.
Is that one of the songs from the movie? I don't recognize it. I've only seen it
Is
once
what?
though. So, what he posted, what he just pulled up, is that one of the songs from the movie? Because I didn't recognize it.
I
Sounded
don't
like
know.
the lyrics to the song. Never mind.
There you have the answer.
Oh, from one of the cartoons. Okay, I wouldn't know it then.
Yes, because you were a weird kid that never saw Popeye.
I wasn't allowed. That's why I'm a heathen and Gary needs to teach me. I grew up without much TV. You should like that. Classical music nerd. You know that by now.
Yes, I know.
Crazy
I
costume.
think it's crazy.
I think the costumes are gorgeous. Especially his sailor costumes. They're cute.
And there he is again.
Oh, that hat is so cute too. The baby hat.
I think that Grandpa was taken with his own grandchild of how gorgeous they were. Had to make him sweet pea.
Yeah, maybe.
Wouldn't you?
No, yeah. I've used my daughter in 2 of my films that I made.
And I've seen one of them. I mean, you need a baby and you have one at hand from the family that probably is way more relaxed around the set because it trusts you than any hired baby would be. Why not? Come on.
She was a
Makes
little
sense.
drama queen, so she was perfect.
I'm not talking about
when it
Zoe. But yeah,
I
that
am.
movie was fun. That was a fun movie.
Cam's back.
Yes, for a minute.
When you gotta do them. Yeah, and the one thing they've done here during this entire film, they keep bringing up the Commodore and all that shit, and he keeps talking about his pappy, all this stuff. And so normally, you would say the rule is you don't introduce a new character, um, past the first act. But the fact is that character is established
In the
Yes, it has
first
been.
act, yes.
You
They're
can see
talking about him all the time.
constantly being talked about.
Well, you think it's two different characters, and then
One- Not being mentioned in one moment, but being talked about constantly throughout. Yeah, Sweepy's got the own bunk. That's so cute.
of course he has.
Hoop, hoop, hoopla.
It's a really funny moment when you realize that the Commodore and Poppy are the same person. You start suspecting it, but the way they
Well,
talk about them, like he's so fond of his puppy, even though he left him, and then people are scared of the Commodore, and he's like almighty. It makes no sense for them to be the same person, but then it does.
the thing is, the so-called picture frames that they have. Popeye says, "Me Papa," The
Yeah, I
father
know, it's
says,
just written.
"Me son," just writing.
Yeah.
The visual gags in this film are great, and that's one of them right there.
Uh,
All alone without a sweet pea. And, I gotta tell you something. I think the only person that could pull this movie off back then was Robert Altman. And you know what this movie was made for, the reason?
no.
It was
No.
made as direct competition for Annie. It was
Oh.
their studio's
Oh,
it was their studio's response to Annie. Because that's what they said, "We need an Annie. We need a film to compete with Annie." And
This one
Altman
is
made
so
this
much
film.
better than Annie.
Yeah,
They
I've
don't even
seen Annie, and I
compare.
don't think I'll ever watch it again. It was okay. Has that one fucking song in it. The
And
sun will
that's
come
not
out
even that good.
tomorrow.
That's so boring. It's boring
I
and
know.
repetitive and
That's
so
it. That's all it's
simple.
got, though.
I
That's all
know.
it's got.
That's like Verdi's Nabucco. That's a whole opera, and all it has is one choir. And everybody knows that, Va Pensiero. The rest of the opera, you can just forget. Maybe the final aria of Nabucco's daughter, but yeah. I never get the hype about things
This
like
is
that.
another great moment in the film, her singing in the moonlight, her love. She's so in love with Popeye.
And she finally understands him. It took her a while, but now she gets him. They're a cute couple.
She was born for this role.
How can she have legs that long and that thin? Because they didn't have computer stuff back then, so that's real. Of course, the shoes help with it, but she's so long and thin and skinny. It's absurd.
And by the way,
look who's here.
Hi, Steven.
hey, what's up, Stephen? Shelley Duvall sang, according to what it says, most of her own songs. But to my knowledge, she sang everything in this film.
Because it didn't need to be perfect. She's always slightly off key, but it's okay. It's a comic. It's fine.
Yeah, here it is. Paramount greenlit this film after losing a bidding war for the screen rights to Annie. Producer Robert Evans called an executive meeting and asked about comic strip characters that had the rights to that could be used in a movie musical. And one attendee at this meeting said, Popeye. And this is, again, it says here, Linda Hunt's debut cinematic appearance. She was hired because she was so damn tiny.
Oh, she is.
Oh,
I
and
think
here's
she's
what I was talking about.
something.
Everyone tried to dissuade Robert Altman from working with Harry Nilsson, saying that he would be constantly drunk. Only Robin Williams and Altman himself supported the decision. As it turned out, Altman found Nilsson to be delightful to work with. Oh, and you can actually see it in one clip here. They built a 250-foot breakwater constructor on the mouth of the harbor to prevent flooding.
During the scenes where they're on the boats?
No, for all the
Oh,
scenes.
okay.
It was to
Oh.
prevent the flooding of the village.
Oh, okay. That's impressive.
So there's a wall out there.
No
And you
wonder
can
they
see it in
kept
one scene.
everything.
Some critics said that the movie wasn't faithful to the original cartoons. In fact, this is probably the most faithful version of the character ever brought to the screen, as it actually has a lot in common with E.C. Seeger's original Thimble Theater comic strips, where Popeye first appeared. The producers wanted Gilda Radner to play Olive Oyl, but Altman held out for Shelley Duvall because he'd worked with her previously.
I can't imagine anyone but her playing
And
this.
I suspect that she had probably said something to him because of their previous work together that made that stick into his head that she was perfect for Olive Oyl. So many other directors had said no. Altman said he wanted to make this film. He loved the screenplay. In fact, I read in one interview that he said he just couldn't stop laughing at the script. It was so funny to him. It says it here too, that he wouldn't change a single word in the script. I laughed with when Evans reported this to me. So that's great. Jack Mercer, Popeye's most well-known prolific voice actor, performed the opening animated Popeye. And it's the last performance before he passed away 4 years later. The name of the character, Nana Oil, is a play on the 1920s, 30s comment, banana oil, which was used to express disbelief when somebody thought somebody was full of crap. Yeah, right. Banana oil.
I've never heard that before.
It's an Americanism.
And
There's
we
Ray
have
Walston.
Popeye.
Yep, Ray Walston fucking nailed this part.
And he has the same spelling issues.
Here we go. Nipple snapple.
Well, the one I was talking about is when he spots Olive running away and just starts carrying her stuff. And they sit down and he starts talking about his dad. How he was bouncing him on his knee, missed him most of the time because he couldn't see that well with his one eye. It's just so funny what he says about his dad.
Well, yeah, the exaggerated things that his dad would do to him. You know,
mean, it's like sweet memories, but the fact his dad was messing up all the time, fucking up all the time, but he's getting all weepy and soft about it. I was hoping you'd have that clip.
look, I've got to figure out. You give me this generalized clip of this scene, and I don't know. I'm just grabbing what I think works.
I'm just hoping you go to the minute mark that I give you, and then you know.
The minute mark is not right. The minute mark you give me is not right.
No, it's
usually off by 45 to 50 seconds.
I can't stop the movie all the time, or it will take us twice as long.
I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying.
It's like,
I'm trying.
hey, I'm going to give you an entire scene that starts somewhere around this point, and I want you to figure out what I want. That's what you do.
But to me, it's so obvious what I mean.
It's so obvious what's in my head. Yeah, I know.
Says the guy who expects me to read
I
his
expect
fucking
you to read my mind.
Yeah, that's what you do with me. You expect me to read your mind and to know what's going on.
No, it's what you
when
do.
you're sharing it. Fuck
You
off.
are literally doing that here.
No, you do it all the time. Welcome to my life.
Oh my god.
Yes, you
Dude,
can.
I don't know. I don't know
what
what you guys got today, but keep using it.
Right here, Penny, I ate Popeye spinach as a kid because I saw Popeye on the label. And so my mom would buy that for us when I was little.
Well, wait,
and
you
I was
had
the only one
that?
that would eat it. I liked spinach as a kid, man. I ate the shit out of
Oh,
spinach.
yeah.
Out of a can, though? Ew.
Oh, no, out of
Yeah.
a can, no.
I would.
I
don't
never
like
saw
fresh
that.
spinach. I don't like fresh spinach.
How dare you?
He doesn't appreciate the taste of spinach then.
I love
Canned
the
almost
taste of cooked
everything.
spinach.
Terrible.
I love the taste of cooked spinach.
I think there's only one vegetable that I let pass, canned, and that's tomatoes, because they go into the can fully ripe. And you just don't get that taste like for
What is wrong
pizza-
with you? Eating
pizza or pasta
vegetables out of a
sauce.
can?
I'm saying just tomatoes because they go in fully ripe and tasty. And you cannot get that aroma from using fresh ones and cooking them down. You need to cook them down for a whole day to get there. But everything else from cans, no. For veggies at least. Fruit, some, but not
Hey,
really.
say vegetables.
Oh my god. Memo to me, avoid that word. Fuck you, Gary, really.
Ever since we saw Ray Davies, not
Oh
Ray Davies,
god.
what's his name? The
I don't
comedian,
know.
English comedian. He talked about how it took him 2 hours to keep getting this Austrian to say vegetables because it was funny, and he got
No,
angry.
and he said it in a way that was terrible. I don't say it like that.
Vegetables, it was funny as
It was
hell.
unrecognizable. I'm not that bad.
Prove it. Say the word.
By the way, because Penny and I talked about it, I am adding it to the screen so I can share it with everybody. This is waiting for it to upload right now. It's 44. There it is.
Whoa!
Alan Popeye spinach. It's been around for 50 years. Still make it. Hey, that looks like the Rock of Gibraltar.
Nope.
There is frozen
it's
spinach that I
carbide.
would buy. Like frozen cream spinach, that's okay. I would never go for spinach out of a can. I'm sorry. That's true, Penny. And you know why? Because they are harvested and then immediately flash frozen. And they
Yeah,
have
they
more
flash freeze
vitamins.
them.
They have more
Well, that's
vitamins
how
than the stuff you buy fresh, quote unquote, from the store.
That's how I buy most of my vegetables, flash frozen. I like them.
I wish I would have this freezer space for that.
I either get fresh vegetables or I get those. But when I was a kid, I liked canned vegetables. I still occasionally will get them like mixed vegetables just because I'm going to be putting it in a meat pie. And so it's already cooked. So
Soggy out of a can.
And now he's trying to convince Popeye that he is in fact his Papa.
I like the way you say Popeye. Popeye.
How do you say it?
You say Popeye. I say Popeye.
Oh. I'm asking for a correction.
Not
As
correcting.
long as you don't
I'm
say
not correcting
Popeye,
you at all.
Martin, it's
I
fine.
just said I like the way you say it. I think that's cool the way you say it.
Oh man, do you know how we call him in Latin America?
No?
No, what?
Phonetically, it's Popeye.
Popeye. I like that.
Popeye.
Popeye. Okay. Popeye.
Yes.
Yeah, the German version just goes after the American Popeye.
Well, it's almost the same language.
Almost.
Dude.
Almost.
You've heard Gary try to speak German, right? It's not. I have to
Hey.
deactivate the speech setting. on my
Hey, look who's
brain when he
here.
does that. Hey, Wegman's girl.
Men tend to not eat a lot of spinach because it's got a lot of iron in it, and we don't need
It
iron.
does not, Gary. That has been debunked decades ago. That was a calculating error about the iron. It's not that rich in iron, really.
What it has is calcium, a lot of calcium.
Yeah,
And
but the
we don't
cover
need
for the
that
iron
either.
was in the wrong place. That's how the myth started that spinach is rich in iron. It's really not.
But aside of all that, it tastes awesome.
I really like spinach.
13 siblings? Oh my god!
That's a lot.
Your poor parents, man, they have been the patience they must have.
Well, listen,
I'm looking at a nutrition site, and it's still listed as one of the best sources for getting iron.
That's weird. I'm the oldest of 9, Martin, and with that many kids, the older ones start to help take care of the smaller ones pretty soon. So it's not like you are taking care of 13 kids as a parent.
Yeah, when that happens here in the United States, people frown on that, and that was the normal thing. Even here, back in the 40s, 50s, going into the 60s, kids, the older siblings helped with the kids. I love the
Yeah.
robotic skeleton parrot. That just fucking cracked me up. Hey, Vinkman's girl is here. What's up? This is a gag I think I remember from the cartoon with her being stuck inside of the boat port,
Oh, in that
the
pipe.
engine port.
I remember that. I've seen that in a cartoon.
I think it was with olive oil.
Yeah.
I seem to remember that.
Yeah, she's just stuck in that thing drifting along for ages. And everything she says is echoey because of that. It's funny.
God, that kid is so cute.
There she is stuck in that
What
thing.
an adorable kid. And this is what got criticized really badly is because of the budget going into the village, they were left very little special effects money. So the octopus suffered. So this scene is not that great when it comes to how the octopus works.
No.
And that's because they couldn't get it to do the things that they wanted it to do originally because they didn't have the money for it after building that village.
Well, you can tell that it's the actors flinging around the octopus arms all the time.
It's just like that scene. It really is. It's just
Mm.
like that scene from
Yeah.
Mad Woods movie with Bela Lugosi. Here's the submarine scene. Okay, I got to get back and play the video of this. Because let's see. Let's get to this. I fucking love that. Yeah, see just those few notes. Bum 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 bum. You know, that's copywritten. So I'm probably gonna have claims on the clips on this that had any musical cues. So that is just a great film. And if you've never seen this movie, go watch it. It's a classic. It's not a perfect movie, but it's perfectly fun.
Like I said, it can't be because it's a comic and
Yeah,
it's
but
a
it's
musical. So
it's an almost perfect adaptation of the source
just
material.
have fun, get popcorn, get a beer or whatever you enjoy, and just have fun.
You know, and you're getting to watch two people who we lost, Robin Williams and Shelley Duvall. So many of them are gone now. I don't even know if Paul Smith's still alive. Ray Walston, we lost him. I think Paul Dooley's still alive. We lost Donald Moffat, or Moffat, as some would say. A lot of the cast are still alive. Linda, Bill Irwin.
Well,
And this is
Linda's still
Wesley.
acting. Linda's still turning up in NCIS occasionally as a guest.
Excuse me a second, guys.
Okay,
I've
I'm
been
trying.
binge watching NCIS LA until they got woke. And she has been doing less and less, of course, due to her age, but she made appearances, and she was apparently in some region where there was a war going on because they only showed clips of her when she would video call in to talk with the guys, and she was sitting in a tent, and you could hear bomb explosions in the background to explain why she has limited time to talk to them. But she did make appearances. I think I just skipped the last season because it got too woke and too much of the baby story about Kenzie and Deeks. But she did try to make appearances, at least short ones, because she knew she was a fan favorite. And I mean, this tiny woman and the badass NCIS team and the way she handles them, that was gorgeous. The chemistry they had in the team was probably one of the
Okay.
best things about that franchise.
We lost Paul Smith on 2012. To be precise, on April 25, 2012.
12 years ago.
Oh my God! He was in Red Sonja. I remember his character, but I have never associated. Well, I was too young when I saw that. Oh, and hear this: Popeye was partially based in a real person.
That's true. Yeah.
It was based. I got it
Hey,
here.
Tom is here.
Name. Tom?
Ooh, the boss is here. Hey, Tom. Oh, she does
So,
need daddy.
You-
were you going to
Because
continue about Popeye being based on somebody, or do I need to?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh. His name was Frank Fiegel, and he was he was involved in many fights, but at the same time, man, yes, he is Popeye. He was mm, oh my God, how do you call people who's always fighting?
Fighters?
Okay,
Fighters?
and
Boxers?
no,
Pugilists?
and he was a curmudgeon. He missed one eye. He used a pipe, but he liked kids and used to give candy to kids. And one of
Here you go.
those
I'm just going to
kids,
save you trouble. I have a photo of him.
it's the same guy.
That's the real guy.
Does he have teeth? It looks like he doesn't.
No. By the way, you know who I look like today? John Landis, the director of Animal House, American Werewolf in London. The Stupids. Right now, right at this angle, I look like I could be John Landis.
But you're not. You're Herr Kissel. Oh, you're not going to see the end of this soon.
So that is it. And that is a good place to end it, is on that little bit of trivia, because he really was inspired by, not so much based, but inspired by a real man that the creator of this cartoon knew. And of course, that's E.C. Seeger. Now, I always thought Seeger was like a foreign guy, but apparently, no, he's American. So, well, thanks for dropping by, Tom. I appreciate it, man. Tom and I are going to be doing Alien on Saturday. Ooh. But, I'm social distancing, so I'll try to keep my window further away from him during our show.
Oh my God.
I won't be the distance between the two of you because I don't have any plans of watching that
I
movie.
have no plans of watching
Sorry.
that movie. No.
There's no time anyway. There's no time. It's Wednesday already.
It's mid-voke.
Mittwoch. Jesus, learn German.
But you only have to close your eyes from time to time in order not to see the face hugger.
I just
I didn't see. I went to see that movie when I was 14, and I didn't see the face hugger until I was 18. That scene where it jumps out of the egg, because I was so terrified as a kid. I closed my eyes for just long enough, and I heard the sound. Then I opened my eyes to see what was going on. That was a pussy. And then when I finally did see it when I was 18, I was like, well, that wasn't that bad. Man, what the fuck was I scared of? My heart was racing. It was pounding in my chest watching that scene the first time. Also, they put the sound of actual human heartbeat into the soundtrack of that film, and the sound of slowed down of swarm of bees to cause dread in the audience at certain points. Very clever stuff. Starting to venture into the subliminal area, which can get you in trouble in filmmaking. You get caught doing that. So, pugilist is it's the word I was saying. Cam pugilist. Somebody who likes fighting, the pugilistic arts. So I was one of those people for a long time. I love boxing, martial arts, all that shit. Didn't like wrestling because that involved a lot of
that's
holding
made
of other
up
people.
too.
It's holding other people. No, real wrestling, Greco-Roman wrestling. Little gay for me. I was like, oh,
I
we lost
thought
Martin.
it's always choreographed wrestling.
Martin said, "I've had enough of the gay talk today. I'm out of here." So I would like to thank everybody that was here
The
today.
following people are gay.
And let's see, we had Tim was here, Lord Thoth, all hail Lord Thoth, Maria W., a new visitor to the channel. I hope you stick around. Penny, of course. Snortapoopus was here. Hello. Cam's Crash Courses. Josh Coe, another new visitor to the show. Hope you stick around. War Monkey. If you want to go to war and you need a monkey, that's the one you want, War Monkey. D. Bud Martin was here. Deleted Scenes. Peter Vinkman's fan site, also known as Vinkman's Girl. And of course, my dear friend Tom. Thanks, guys, for popping in and hanging out with us for a little bit to talk about this film. Popeye is just one of my favorite movies of all time. I just love that movie so much. It's a special time in my life when it was just where things went south with my dad and me. And so I have very fond memories of that. So, but anyway, thanks for coming today. Hope you enjoyed the show. And don't forget, we got a show going on Friday with House of the Dragon or something. And then Saturday is Tom and Gary do Alien. Yeah, that sounds kinky.
Yeah, you're all excited about Saturday, and fuck Friday. You won't have electricity, so
Get off my lawn!
I'm excited about Friday.
It's okay. All right.
I mean,
Um,
the
I'm
show
messing
starts
with
to
you.
disappoint. I
I'm
know the
messing
show
with you.
starts to disappoint, but I'm excited because neither you nor Keith are going to be there. So yes, I'm nervous, but yeah, I have Loki, so I'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll be okay. I'll hide behind my cat. All right. So thanks for coming, guys. We love you guys. We deeply appreciate you showing up and chit-chatting with us in the chat. It's much appreciated. And until Saturday, well, Friday, then Saturday.
Isn't
'Cause
Keith
Friday
streaming
comes.
tomorrow?
Friday comes before Saturday on at least on the calendar.
I think Keith has a show tomorrow because he leaves on Friday.
Oh, that's right. I
This
always
year.
forget Keith has it, but he
Yeah.
might not have a show tomorrow
No,
because
he
he's got to
told me he
go.
was. No, he told me he was going to do a show and then leave
He's
on
still going to
Friday.
do it.
Well,
All
that's it.
right.
That's what he told me.
All
Because he
right.
knows skipping shows isn't what our viewers expect, so he's going to try and do a show. Matinee might know
All
more.
right. All right.
Last
All
I
right.
heard, he's going to be
Oh
on.
my God. I would like to
Stay
end the
tuned,
show.
guys.
You're going on worse
That's
than
code
me.
for Gary needs to pee.
Yes, I will see you guys. Well, I will see you Friday. Oh no, I won't. I'm not going to have Power Friday, so you'll see these guys. I will see you Saturday. So everybody have a great day. Happy Hump Day, and see you next time. Same
Bye,
bat time,
guys.
same bat channel.